Hi, good evening to all of you. Today I've been thinking about what we can do to restore the balance because I feel that while the world is actively engaged in finding a vaccine for coronavirus, let the medical or the scientific community deal with that aspect of it. But for a few people sitting at home and prone to some creative thinking, I want to raise this issue that how much is enough and how much more do we need? Because when we do not restrict ourselves at any stage and go on and on and on saying that um, 3G, 4G, 5G, and go on and on and on, we don't realize that simultaneously we are also paying some price somewhere. So, say for example, I'm not trying to talk of regression, okay, because all change is needed, it's imperative, whether we like it or not, it's going to come. But at some stage, if we've lost the balance, then can't we hold back for a little while, at least till we find a clean cut direction? I feel that while the search goes on externally and people are trying to find ways to get out of it, if we could examine how we ourselves could have brought it upon us. Because since the days of the microwave, for example, and the cell phones and then all the higher internet, it has been coming through the atmosphere, the satellites, the electromagnetic uh, inferences that come onto us. I don't know if any of these have played any role or not, because nobody's declared a war on us. The amoebas and viruses and germs were always around. Maybe we've lost our immunity to deal with them. And in spite of going to the gym and eating healthy food and doing yoga and everything possible, in fact, I know very few people who've had a guilt-free meal. So, how much can we search in the wrong direction? What if while we are putting in an effort in any one direction all out, we've not noticed that certain other things that perhaps we are unaware of or we choose to ignore because the same science has tried to justify that there is no harm in cell towers or there is no harm in radiation or here or there. Well, I don't know how much of their guarantees to take, because in spite of all their knowledge, in spite of all the intelligence, even artificial intelligence, even algorithms, one germ has literally put a pause button on the whole world. Every aeroplane, train, car, person, everything is on hold. And perhaps before we press the restart button and find a mechanical solution out of it, which says that the best thing to do is to work from home because it saves the carbon footprint and pollution and this, fine, you'll sit at home. But I don't know if even that will be good enough, because by the time you sit at home and then demand 5G and even more conveniences per individual at home, I think you could be working against the system. And I think even if we took a stand and said that, okay, let's go back just a few steps and see, but we don't want to go back to the 90s, but can we just go back a few years where the cell phone was introduced and you managed to stay in touch with people you were close to, and you had all the conveniences, except that you hadn't just crossed every barrier along the way. I'm saying, can we just admit to ourselves that perhaps that excess is what tipped the balance, and that maybe just stepping back a little bit could help us? Think about it.